Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to show you how to actually start your very own online store for less than $100. It really doesn't have to cost you thousands of dollars. There are very easy ways to do it. So what I'm going to do in the next couple of e-classes is give you an overview of how to set up your online store. You can outsource this, but just knowing the steps will actually save you hundreds of dollars because you might be able to do a few steps and just outsource the ones that you're not quite sure about, which will save you money. So the first step is registering a domain name for your online store. So if your fashion label was called Colette, for example, you might like to register your website, which is also called a domain name. So Colette store, and to see if it is available. So we're going to GoDaddy. I should have mentioned that. GoDaddy.com has some really great cheap domain names. So congratulations, ColetteStore.com is available. Snap it up before someone else. It's only $9.99 per year. So if you scroll down, it also gives you other options. There's a .com, a .co, a .info, .net, .org, .ca, WS, US, Me, and Mobile. Now, if you are in the US, I highly recommend that you have a .com. If you are in Australia, I would actually recommend a .com.au. If you're in the UK, I would actually go .co. So it just depends on what country you're going to be selling in. I would actually go a local one over an international one if you're only going to sell locally. However, if your intention is to sell across the board in every country, I would go a .com. So I hope that makes sense. We can go back if you can sort of see other Colette designs. Let's see if that's free. Colette Designs is already taken. So sometimes you will actually get a few domain names that are already taken. It's already giving us some other suggestions: Colette E-Designs, E-Art, Olette Design. So sometimes it might just take a little while just to find a domain name that's free. So you could go Colette Designs, Colette Online Store, Colette Store, lots of different things like that. Now, once you actually register, so I'm actually going to go with Colette Store. Add to the cart. Now, if you are buying the .com, you really don't have to worry about getting the .co, .info, .net, .org, all of that, unless it's actually your name. For example, if it was Annette Corrie, I would probably want to buy a few of the other ones so people can't sort of imitate the label, I guess, the label name. But if you've got Colette Store, that's the design name plus also store. You don't really need to do ColetteStore.co.info, all of that. So let's go to the checkout. There is an option to do private domain registration. I don't really think it's that necessary. It's an extra $15 per year. This kind of shows that people can't see who owns the online store. So if you're concerned about that, you could actually do that. However, it's public knowledge normally. Certified domain with website seal. Your visitors want to know they can trust you. Prove to them the proof they need. You can do that if you want. It's a bit of, one option if you wanted to. I'm going to do no for both of those, but you certainly can do that. Now, GoDaddy gives you an option to host. So basically you have to buy a domain name, but just buying the name, which is the www.whatever.com, actually you need to host it somewhere. Hosting is like where you will store all your website files. So there's GoDaddy. There's also another really great web hosting called HostGator.com, which actually has some really great packages as well, and it can be a little bit cheaper. So I'll write this down in the e-class below so you can check out both. I find it's easier if you have the hosting where the domain name is, so it's only one account with one company. However, if you're doing lots of different websites, it might be actually better to go with HostGator and store them all on HostGator. You get a bulk discount. But just for one website, I would go, web hosting with GoDaddy.com. So deluxe hosting, it's only $6.49 per month, or you could do economy, which is only $4.99 per month. I think if you've got a really smaller store and you're starting small, you could go the smaller plan because it's only got 10 gigabyte of disk space. Where if you're going to have over 100 products, I would go with the bigger plan, which is 150 gigabytes. So let's do 150 gigabytes. You don't need the website builder. Business class email. This actually comes with 10 email accounts, so you don't need that. They will try and upsell a lot of different other products, which can get a little bit confusing, but they're not all necessary. Okay. ColetteStore.com. You can just do 1 year to start off with if you like. Domain registration, deluxe web hosting 1 year. So that was like, I think $5.99 a month, which is $77. For one reason, it's regularly $4.99 for the Colette store, but it's actually giving me a discount. So if you want, let's do 2 years, see what the price is. $10.34. Okay, so I think let's do Colette Store for 2 years. So you have to register it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. At least if you do 2 years, you don't have to worry about it expiring in 1 year. Deluxe hosting for 1 year, and it's a total of $88.22. Check out. And then literally you can just pay right there. So that's the process for registering a domain name, which is your website name.